Post-game press conference, final score on senior day. It's Hope 89, William Jessup 88 in overtime, and one of the most back-and-forth games that we've seen all season. Alex Cohen here with Coach V, and what your team did in the second half in the final 2 minutes was miraculous. You were down by 10 with 2 minutes left. You were down by 6 with 43.2 seconds left. Somehow you guys went into overtime. Unfortunately, didn't go your way in overtime. Talk about the effort you guys made in those last 2 minutes, getting back in that game, sending it to overtime.
Well, I just got to give credit to all of my seniors first. We have 8 seniors on this team. We've got great leadership. They've got a tremendous heart. They're tenacious. They're warriors for Christ. And they lock in elbow to elbow. And, it's the end of the regular season. And so, honestly, you saw a lot of senior leadership in those final 2 minutes. But, regardless, I just thought they kept fighting back. No matter what occurred in the game, there was just no quit, and the ball didn't bounce our way. They got a 1-point victory in overtime, and Hope's pretty good. So
and they're the 10th ranked team in the country. They win 89-88, but you talked about it a little bit with your seniors and some of the performances that really stuck out. Elijah Lewis, 17.6 rebounds. Kelton Newman, 13 points. 2 rebounds. He gets credit with 1 block. He had a couple steals. Was in the passing lanes all day long. Michael Patterson, 9 points, 13 rebounds. The effort that they put in, it's sort of just a microcosm of this program. Talk a little bit about what they were able to do, especially Kelton checking in off the bench and making that type of contribution in the latter half of the game.
Well, I think Kelton's been playing really good basketball down the stretch, and our season's not over. We're going to the GSAC championships, and we expect to earn our way to Kansas City. So we expect to have at least, maybe up to 8 more games remaining. So we've got a whole nother season, the postseason, to go out there and go. So we feel good about where we're at, and we feel good about those guys. And, every one of the guys that you named played big. I thought Gmo came in off the bench, in the first half and played well. I thought Carlos Jimenez played well. So we had 8 seniors. All of them played minutes tonight, and all of them contributed to this game. And, again, it didn't go our way, but it wasn't because of lack of effort or lack of execution on the part of our guys. I thought our guys earned the victory tonight, even though the scoreboard has a 1 point. And give Hope credit. They earned the victory on their side as well. It was 2 great teams. It was good versus good all game long. And that's what you want to see in February and March, is good versus good. You don't want one team to play poorly and one team to play good. This was 2 really good teams, national caliber, Kansas City level teams going toe-to-toe. We lost to them at the buzzer at their place, and we lose in overtime to them here. We hope we get a chance to see them again. Yeah. And if we do, maybe this time, I figure it's probably going to go down to the wire. Maybe this time we'll be fortunate enough to be the one on top when the buzzer rings at the end of the game.
That was a national tournament game in our eyes. Just a couple questions from the media.
Do you think at times when you guys get the defensive rebound, at times you guys don't have the numbers, but you push it up the court? Would you like to see you guys slow it down a little bit more?
No. I don't know if you realize, Hope's the number 1 defense in the team. When they get their defense set, it's like almost ridiculously hard to score. The whole thing is that we do really well in transition. We score about, 1.25 points, 1.25 points per possession in transition. We don't score that many points in half-court ball. So playing the numbers and understanding what Hope is really sensational at and making sure we get as many opportunities as we can. Mike Patterson is tremendous in transition. He hurt his groin earlier in tonight's game and didn't have quite the explosion that he normally has. But I think those are layups that we normally finish. I'm comfortable with that. I like the tempo. I believe that the game more suited us than what it does them. I don't know if you've seen the box scores, but their last couple of games have been 53-49, 54-47, 63-56 or 58. They're playing Big East, old Big East, Patrick Ewing, St. John, Syracuse, old Big East basketball. And they clog up the paint, and everything is like, a battle. I absolutely enjoyed seeing our guys take it. I felt like if we continued to do it, we had a great chance to win the game, and we did.
My last question. You guys have shown that you can battle to the wire with just about anybody in the country, but 2-8 in your last 10 games of the season. As a coach, how do you look at that and still say we can still win the conference and get to Kansas City?
Well, I think that our overall body of work speaks volumes, and I believe that if you go back and you watch the film of those games, you'll see that we're talking about 6 or 7 one-possession games. That we're right there. We shot free throws better today. weren't terrific, but much better today. I like where we're at. I mean, I don't think that, the record speaks for everything, and I think sometimes the scoreboard lies. And you play in the number one conference in the country that sends 5 teams to the national tournament on a yearly basis. Yeah, we deserve to be there.
All right, one final question before we duck out of here. On the non-senior note, you have a freshman point guard who played really well tonight. Brandon Lindsay, 19 points. He had 2 rebounds. He had 6 assists. He's a guy who was such a catalyst for you early on in the season. Might have hit a little bit of a wall, either the freshman wall or just struggled to display a little bit over a 5-game stretch. Played well on Thursday night, and tonight finally got into the scoring at leading everybody with 19. How important is it for you guys to get Brandon rolling around with these seniors as you guys go into the GSAC tournament?
He's a really special player, and he's still learning, how to maximize his talents and learning the game. He's a freshman. A lot of responsibility to play the point guard position at any time in your career, let alone as a freshman. So I'm proud of him for not giving in once he struggled. And I don't know if it was a freshman wall or just he was been kind of banged up with a calf that had been strained and a groin that had been strained, and playing through it. He's a guy that's always relied on his quickness, and then he wasn't quite as quick for a little while. And tonight I thought I saw a little bit more of a burst from him, and he looked good out there. And I thought that really honestly. Before they called the charge, there was a reach, and his arm got ripped pretty hard from where I was at. I thought we were shooting 2 free throws, and then the official signaled a charge. I thought that we were going to win the game, with the free throws right there at the end. It didn't happen, so we get back to the drawing board, and we'll practice next week and prepare for the GSAC tournament on Friday. We'll play either Westmont or Masters, depending on the outcome of tonight's games.
Coach, really appreciate your availability during these press conferences. It's been a great season here at Warrior Arena of William Jessup Warriors basketball. And I like to say I really appreciate having the time with you guys. We wish you the best of luck in the GSAC tournament. Hopefully you guys go to Kansas City and you make some noise.
That's the plan.
All right, thanks very much,
thank
Coach
you.
B. The final score, it's Hope 89 and William Jessup 88.